Welcome back to First Things First, the Pasquatch. Just classic one. That's
that was great.
Classic
that was
one.
uncanny.
Immediately right on everything.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You're sort of the arbiter of classic ones. Maybe.
Well, it's in my categories.
Yeah.
Historically, it applies to my opinions, but I don't like when you say you had a classic one or two or something, but Vinny can have it.
I probably should have retired after yesterday.
It was pretty good.
Back
Real quick,
1,000.
Yeah.
If the Mariners agreed with you, they should have closed the roof. Like it's their stadium. Like I thought, they must not think it has as much of an impact as we saw they did. That was great.
So, I mean, Vladdy did get 4 hits. We're going to start there.
Yeah.
Do you have his batting average in this series?
Yeah, 4 for 11, so it's 360.
So I want to get your quick opinion on this, a small thing, and then we'll get to a bigger picture. Blue Jays are up 12-2 on the 8th here, Vinny, okay? He's got a single, double, and a home run. He's a triple away. He hits this one. That is a triple ball. You are not necessarily speedster on the base path.
I have 3 triples.
Okay, there you go. They're up 12-2, but it's the playoffs. Do you think he should have gone for the cycle? His teammates kind of feel like they wanted him to.
Postseason stats don't matter. So, like when you look at the history, when you look at players' histories, it's kind of hard to find playoff stats sometimes. So, I guess it would have been cool, but I don't think it really matters.
Brew, what do you?
I think he would have got nailed too if you. It looked like he wouldn't have.
Would have been fun.
That's what I would think. Honestly, like a little spark to like, oh, he tried for it. We're having fun. The pressure's off. I think that's something.
So you think he should have?
Yeah, even if he gets thrown out head first slide. So this is a larger question. Do you think the Blue Jays can take this momentum and win another one?
They need Scherzer to go tonight. I think if he throws more than 3 innings, they win. So that's my prediction for tonight.
Write it down.
I think if Scherzer goes more than 3, the Blue Jays win.
It would be listen, I understand. Scherzer's a future Hall of Famer. He's won 3 Cy Youngs.
Yeah.
He was on a World Series champion a couple of years ago. Now he got hurt during that postseason. He obviously has not been good with the Blue Jays. He was mediocre, and then at the end of the year, you guys beat him 20-1, and struggled.
Well, the score is 20-1.
It was a source of pride a little bit for us. It was the worst start of his career, I think, in terms of in terms of length. He didn't get out of the first inning.
20-1's rough.
Yeah, and that was two start. That was his second most recent start. He started 1 game since.
Yeah, so he's had a lot of rest, so he's healthy.
Go ahead.
Because he was, you could definitely tell he was grinding a little bit. So getting him back and healthy. This is his first one of the postseason, right?
Yeah. First one since September 24th.
Yeah, so he'll be healthy. He'll be ready to go. But we'll see how they want to.
What do you think when they're preparing for the game, they being the Blue Jays, are penciling in? All right, we're going to get X amount of outs out of Max tonight.
They're probably, if I had to just guess, they're probably looking at 1 time through the order.
Okay. So that's why you're saying 3 innings.
That would be my guess, is that they'd like him to get somewhere between 9 to 15 outs. So 15 would be great.
I think he's got a 17 ERA in his last 2 outings. But
one of them
how
was
confident do you think do you feel in him going out there and turning back the clock and having a great play?
I'm pretty confident in it. The thing is he loves his fastball. He's old school in that regard. When he gets into trouble, he falls to the fastball. It's his pitch. So we'll see if the Mariners are ready. I mean, they'll be ready for it. They know that too. So it'll be interesting. But it's Max freaking Scherzer. It's one of the best pitchers of all time. So
if you, like, with your kind of, obviously professional eye, what are you looking for early on in the game, first few hitters, where you will see like, oh, he's got it or he doesn't?
It'll be the fastball at the top of the strike zone, a little bit above, and it'll be the slider.
What do you mean top? Like that he's hitting those spots, or it's got speed?
If he's got that control. I think his velocity will be anywhere from 92 to 95 tonight. Seattle's a good place to pitch. I'm envisioning him going down and in sliders to Raleigh, and if he's landing them for swings and misses, like just off the strike zone, a little bit below, a little bit in, if he's able to get those swings and misses, he'll have a good night.
I want to ask just because when you said that miles per hour, I want to ask a generic question that might apply more to, kind of vintage Max Scherzer than current, but I think it's informative to the audience. Well, you and I were talking yesterday off the air about how so many guys, young guys, come up. Maybe they have short careers, but they can throw 100.
Yep.
And it seems like it's commonplace these days for guys to be throwing 101, 102. When that exists, and some of the best pitchers like Scherzer in his heyday, they're fast. I know he could touch 99, but his fastball sat around 95. How can a guy be an overpowering pitcher the way he was without having overpowering power? Like, what is it that he can do that allows him to compensate for the fact that he's not throwing 102 the way some guys are?
Well, I think I can say this. It's what we would call an FU fastball. There's just a lot of confidence behind it. There was some stat given a few years ago I remember reading, because we faced him in 24 when he was coming off of injury with Texas. And basically the stat is he leads the league in middle pitches. He's coming right after you. He's not scared to get ahead 0-2. So that's kind of where it's the ability that he has to just be so confident in that fastball that it makes you uncomfortable in the batter's box, because it's an interesting arm slot. The angle's a little different. You can't see it as well as you can from other people, so it's just a little bit uncomfortable in there on him. And there is that piece where you know how great a guy is. You want to make sure that you get him. You don't want him to get you.
Just follow up real quick about last night. So I was rooting for the Blue Jays because I won a long series. Like, I don't really have a rooting interest in the series other than I didn't want to sweep. So when I saw the Mariners go up 2-0 in the first inning with the home run that we showed, it's like, well, this is a bummer. Like, they got beat up the first 2 games in Toronto. Now it's 2-0 on the road. I was shocked that they responded the way they did. Were you surprised? And B, are the Blue Jays now in a position where if they win tonight, they have stolen the series back from Seattle?
Yeah, well, because then you guarantee you go back home. So I think that's important, and they've been really good in Toronto all year, and it's nice to get back to your home. But I think the way that they did it instills confidence in you, with Ernie Clement, who's hitting 8th, him, I believe it was a double down the left field line, a pitch in off the strike zone, and then Andres Jimenez hitting a homer there to tie the game up. I mean, that's huge. So the ability to do that is just that's what you're looking for in the playoffs. Is, in my opinion, I've always thought the bottom of the lineup carries teams to World Series. How can you flip to get to the middle of your order? If you can have guys on base for them, that's where they're going to do their damage. And if you can flip the lineup, and if those guys can provide any sort of power at all, that's where you're going to win championships.
I like that. As a guy who was at the bottom of the order, I used to, I like that. I mean, the Mariners should win this one. If you steal the first 2 games on the road, you win the playoff series 89% of the time. Yeah. Historically, there has been a few changes, but we'll see. Meanwhile, in LA, the Brewers trying to show that they've got a pulse at the plate, since they've only gotten 5 hits, Vinny, this whole series. Dodgers pitching historically excellent. Postseason ERA of 1.54. Now, for perspective, here's what Alden Gonzalez wrote on ESPN. The Dodgers foursome of Ohtani, Blake Snell, Yamamoto, and Glasnow, who's pitching tonight, has been better so far, at least, than the 1996 Braves of Maddox, Clavin, and Smoltz. Better than a 1912 New York Giants staff led by Christy Mathewson. Brew, is he a nice guy? He's such a
did
star.
cover that 96 World Series. I did.
Dead ball era. And, of course, in Snakes lore,
Oh, yeah.
this is an all-time Snakes team. Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling. So Glasnow tonight. Vinny, do you expect the Dodgers' dominance to continue?
It's hard to argue against.
I felt like that was just like, I didn't know I'm watching a historic, like an all-time pitching.
Yeah, if the Brewers can put pitches on Glasnow tonight, they can be successful. That's where you get him. Is he's throwing his best stuff all the time. He's not necessarily trying to command it. He's just trying to throw it in the strike zone somewhere. They're going to set up middle, and he's got really good stuff. So. His control sometimes gets a little out of whack. So if they can get him out within the...
What does that mean for a hitter when you're saying, like, he's just got really good stuff and he's not really aiming his pitches? It's just, what does that mean for you? If you know that about a pitcher, what does that mean for your approach?
It means you got to pick. Either I want to be way more aggressive or way less aggressive. You can't really be in the middle of, all right, I want to try to have a good at-bat off this guy. It's just, all right, I know he's going to be throwing 95 to 99 with a little bit of cut on his fastball. I know he's going to rip his slider, which just means he's going to try to throw it as hard as possible. And if you're lefty, he's going to try to get it in off the plate and break your bat. And if you're righty, he wants you to chase that pitch away. But if you're stubborn enough in the box and you're looking for pitches down the middle and you stay to that plan, you can make him walk you. You're going to strike out, but he's going to strike you out no matter what. And You almost try to get him out of the game. That's the goal.
We know that they thought about throwing Ohtani tonight, decided not to. Do you think that's the right decision, or does it even matter?
I think it's probably what Ohtani wanted, I'm guessing. And also, if they win tonight, you go up 3-0, and Ohtani has a chance to eliminate some of the hitting woes with a nice pitching performance to win the series tonight. Be good for you guys to talk about.
Absolutely.
I feel like the Dodgers might just cruise.
It's very forgotten that the Brewers had the best record in baseball this
Yes.
season. But you watch the series, and it's just, it's not tough to watch by any means, but it's just like, man, come on, Brewers.
Well,
They just seem like a super team.
Right.
I mean, they literally, but
I mean, they are a
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
team but here's
financially.
the
and
other
stuff like
piece
that.
of it is this. Like, listen, the Dodgers annihilated them in Game 2, and Yamamoto obviously had the complete game. We are also potentially, I forget the guy's name, I apologize, one hitter from not moving out of the way from a pitch to this series being under a totally different light, which is, why did you take out Snell? The Dodgers bullpen, which was the only real concern about the team coming in, potentially costing them Game 2. So this is kind of, I guess, I want to go back all the way to Game 1, then ask you about the bullpen. First one is this. I saw that. I was watching it oddly with a diehard Brewers fan, and we're like, oh my God, you got to let it hit you. Is that real? Like, is that realistic if someone in the batter's box to be able to process situation like I should let this hit me, or is it just all of your instinct is I should not let this thing hit me?
It's tough. I mean, I went to college, and college coaches love getting hit by pitches. So I was basically taught for 3 years to lock my feet. But with, like a person who gets hit by a lot of pitches, most people define as ball player. Like that is what the gritty.
Yeah.
And Bryce Terang is that.
Yep.
So him getting out of the way of that pitch sucks because you could see his body language right after it happened. Like he knew.
Right. He regretted it instantly.
I almost feel like he swung at the next pitch because he couldn't remove himself from what had just happened.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like he was probably a little panicked of, oh my God, what just happened? Why did I not let that pitch hit me? So it sucks because it could be 1-1. Brewers could be up 2-0. You never know what could happen.
Yeah. But then to go back to what you were saying real quick before we move on, if the plan is we just want to get the starter out of the game, is it as simple as we're not swinging at first pitches? We are just trying to work his pitch count, even at the expense of maybe leaving some potential hits on the board early in counts, just to force him to work the count to try to get to the bullpen?
It's that cat and mouse game because a little bit maybe you want to be a little bit more patient, but also if they start to see that you're not swinging early, well now you're down 0-2 every at bat, and he could be out of there at 9 pitches if he does it right. So, but I mean, I think Glasnow would admit himself, like he's not necessarily trying to go be Greg Maddux out there. He's trying to strike you out as quick as he can. Yeah. So he could get up 0-2 every at bat, and then you gotta play the game of, hey, I will swing early if it's there, but if it's not exactly where I want it, I'm going to lay off of it.
All right, before we let you go, and you will be on Frenemies and First Things First OT. What are your predictions for tonight? Give us the Max Scherzer thing. Do you have anything else? Because you had like 5 in a row to start the segment.
For the Dodgers game?
Yeah.
I think the Brewers.
Give us all.
I say the Brewers win tonight. I don't know how.
Tonight.
I'm not as connected to the NL as I am the AL.
Okay.
But Ohtani gets the hit off of another lefty to start the game. Aaron Ashby starting. Bullpen game for the Brewers, which is a little scary. But I think the Brewers pull it off tonight. They win. That's it. That's my prediction.
Okay. And what about Steelers-Bengals?
Still, Flacco. Yeah, Flacco, right?
Yeah.
Throws for like 500 yards.
Oh, wow. Love it.
I mean, he's facing my former quarterback.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let's go Bengals.
All right, tonight.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.